students, how are you all? I hope you are perfectly fine and doing your studies at your home. Students, this is Saumitra Yadav, Assistant Teacher of Lakshmi Prasad Memorial Public School, which is situated in Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. Students, I welcome you all in a new online video class in which we will discuss some exercises of poem, which is Nature is What We See. Firstly, I will remind you once again that in the live video class, I have explained all the story of this poem. But in this video lecture, I am going to explain all the exercises of this poem. So, without any delay, let's start our video. So, question number students, on the page number 61, you have given some exercises. First exercise is exercise number A. Write true or false for these sentences. Students, you are given 5 sentences and you have to write true or false for these sentences. So, I am going to read the sentence. First sentence is, the poem compares nature with the things that we see, hear and touch. This sentence is true. Second sentence is, the poet compares nature with non-living things too. This sentence is also true. The cricket is mentioned in the poem for its size. Students, it is false. Why? Because it is mentioned in the poem for its sound, not for its size. Now the fourth is, the poet says that the nature is also a part of our knowledge. It is true. Fifth sentence, in the poem, nature is seen as mightier than human knowledge. Yes, it is true. Now moving to the next exercise, which is exercise number B. Complete the table with the sights and the sounds of nature mentioned in the poem. Students, you have given 2 columns. First column of sights of nature and second column is of sounds of nature. So, you have to fill sights of nature and sounds of nature according to the mentioning which are mentioned in the poem. So, in the first column, I have given some words of sights of nature which are mentioned in the poem. First is the hill, second is the afternoon, third is squirrel, fourth is eclipse, fifth is the bumblebee. Now moving to the sounds of nature according to the poem. First is the sound of boogling, second is the sound of sea, third is thundering, fourth is the sound of cricket. These are mentioned in the poem. These are mentioned in the sights of nature and these are mentioned in the sounds of nature. Now moving to the next question, which is question number C. Think and answer. First question, think of nature around you. Which sights and sounds of nature do you like? Add these to the table above in the correct columns. Students, you will do this exercise in your CW copy. Now moving to the second question. Complete this sentence in your own words. Nature is. Students, you have to complete this sentence. So, nature is defined as the natural earth, the trees, forests, birds and animals are all examples of nature. Okay. So, question number C is, nature is defined as the natural earth, the trees, forests, birds and animals are all examples of nature. Now moving to the next question, which is question number D. Unstuck Usually, the first two letters of each word are correct. Students, these are question number first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. These are the synonyms of harmony. First two letters are right and you have to unscramble the letters and you have to make a meaningful word. Okay. So, first word UNTY. It is unity. Second is ACDCRO. This is accord. ACCORD. Third is GOLWODIL. So it is goodwill. GOODWILL. Fourth is AGME and ETR. It is agreement. AGREEMENT. It is agreement. Fifth is KISIPHN. It is kinship. 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 Sixth is FRHNSDIEPR. It is friendship. FRIENDSHIP. It is friendship. So these are the question number A, B, C and question number D. Now moving to the next page, page number 62. On the page number 62 you have given some exercises. Now we are going to read these exercises. First is question number E. The letters of the word nature can be used to form many new words. Find 10 four-letter words in the word search form from nature. Students, you have given a word search. You have to find out 4 letters, 10 4-letter words which can be formed from the nature. Okay. So, I'm going to write all the 10 words and now you will circle in this word search. I'm going to write and you will circle this in this word search. So, first is done, that is a tune. Second is tear. Third is on. Fourth is neat. Next is near. Next is true. Next is rent. Next is rate. Next is turn. And next and last is aunt. So these are the 10 words which you will circle in this word search. Now the next question is about grammar 1. It is related to object of a verb, transitive and intransitive verb. So the object of a verb is the person or things upon whom or upon which the action of the verb is carried out. The poet admires nature's simplicity. In this sentence, the action is admires. This action is carried out by the poet, but the action is carried out upon nature's simplicity. So, the poet is the subject and nature's simplicity is object of the verb. So, students, in the question number F, you have to underline the verbs and circle their objects. So, first is the bobolink makes cup-shaped nest. So, you will underline makes and cup-shaped nests. You will circle it. Second is, my father still uses an old Russian camera. you will circle it. Now the third is, have you finished your geography project? You will underline finished and you will circle your geography project. You will circle it. Fourth is, today we had the art class in the garden. You will underline had and the arts class in the garden. It is object, so you will circle it. Now the last question is fifth. Fifth is, I planted 4 saplings in school today. So you will underline planted and 4 saplings in school. You will circle it. So this was the exercise number F. Now moving to the next exercise, which is exercise number G. So what is in exercise number G? Underline the verbs in these sentences. Write T for transitive and I for intransitive. Firstly, students, we will discuss what is transitive verb and what is intransitive verb. So a transitive verb is a verb that requires an object after it to complete its sense. So students, a transitive verb is a verb that requires an object, okay, that requires an object after it to complete its sense. And an intransitive verb doesn't require an object to complete its sense. So what is difference between transitive and intransitive verb? Transitive verb requires an object to complete its sense, and intransitive verb doesn't require any object to complete its sense. So in the question you have to firstly underline the verbs in these sentences, then you will write is it a transitive verb or intransitive verb. So first is, we saw a wildlife documentary. So in the first you will underline the verb saw and it is transitive verb, so you will write here T. Second is, Abhimanyu drives very carelessly. So it is verb drives and it is intransitive, so you will write here I. Third is, everybody spoke together. So spoke is verb, you will underline it and it is intransitive verb. Fourth is, the deer ran away. Ran is verb and it is intransitive verb. Fifth is, are you wearing my watch? So wearing is verb and it is intransitive verb. Six is, I exercise every morning. So exercise is verb and it is intransitive verb. Seventh is, the children opened their books. So opened is verb and it is transitive verb. 8th, comb your hair. You will underline comb and it is transitive verb. 9th, Vidya thought for a long time. Thought is verb and it is intransitive verb. 10th is I have submitted my assignment. So submitted is verb and it is transitive verb. So this was the exercise number G. So that's it for today, students. You will write all these exercises in your book and as well as in your fear copy. So thank you everyone.